Dear participants, welcome to this online close course on professional practice in civil engineering for understanding the building, drawing and design using AutoCAD. So I hope that my audio is clear to all of you and you are clearly listening to me. Just type P for proceed in the chat box and then we will start the today's session. So there are few many students are there. Others will join later on, but we will just start our today's session. So type P in the chat box for proceed, and we will start the today's session. So dear friends, yesterday now we have started very important topic, and that is about the creating the my drawing template. So that now we have seen. So there are some few other settings are required to be done in that template, but that we have just uh, part of that we have seen in previous lecture. So today now we will continue with that same thing, that is creating the building drawing template, and whatever the remaining settings are there. So that also we will do into that file so that that template can be used for all other building drawings. So we will just revise the few of the steps, and with that we will then launch to the go for the remaining steps in that. So I will just share my screen. As soon as my screen is visible to all of you, you can just indicate me by typing yes in the chat box so that I will get to know that my screen is visible to all of you, and then we will proceed with the today's session. So here I will just open my presentation and then we will proceed with the today's uh, learning. So you can just see that in the PPT already we have seen that these are the important steps that we have partly done in yesterday's session. So that I will just revise it, and then we will see that how the remaining steps can be completed. So yes, I hope that my screen is visible to all of you and the presentation is on your screen. So yes, just give me the indication that creating the building drawing template, there are some distinct steps are there. So that steps now you have to note down, and with that step we will see that how the remaining steps we can complete. So very first step for this that for this creating the template is we have to open a new drawing file using the metric unit. So that we have, yes, yesterday we have done that. Then step 2 is you have to create the new layers for that different layers that we have seen, particularly the 8 layers are required, and that is about the ground floor, plan text, ground floor dimension, hatch, door, windows, column, and site plan. So these many steps we have seen. So that layers we have to create. Then next step is to create the new text style using the Arial font. So that is also we have done. We have created new text style, and then we have set the Arial font so that for all other drawings we can use the Arial font into that. Then step 4 we have done, that is creating the new dimension style. Here we have seen that for various values we have set the value of 150 mm, and at few places we have set the arrow dimension and all other things. So that is the step 4 for our building drawing template. Step 5 was there where we have seen we have created a new leader style using the Arial font and text height of 300. So for giving the various names in the building drawing, we require arrowhead leader. So that leader was created and using Arial font and text height 300. So that step also we have completed. Now then next step is to create a new table style. So that is also we have seen for our heading and then the data labels. So all that font we have set to 400 and 300 using the Arial font. So that step also we have yesterday completed. Then we are gone for the step 7, that is required now. This is the today's task that we have to understand. So step number 7, that is loading the various line types. So in the building drawing, we require various line types. So for that line types, we have to load that line types in our AutoCAD file. So that is the next step we require to complete in the today's session. Then after that, the important step, that is to make the OSnap mode on. For building drawing, we require object snap mode, where we will use the various object snap features. Out of that, endpoint, midpoint, and the intersection, these features we have to make on. So this is also important step. By pressing the function button F3 on the keyboard, we can make the OSnap, that is object snap mode on. So that is the next step we have to follow for our setting building drawing template. Then next step number 9 is to make the polar mode on. Here we have to use the function button F10 to make the polar mode on, and by right click on the polar mode setting, we will set the angle of 30 degree. So that is the next step also we require to take for setting our building drawing template. After that, the step number 10 is to make the object snap tracking on. So this is the function button F11. So there we have to use object snap tracking mode, make it on. So that is also we require to take the horizontal and vertical projection from the various points while preparing the building drawing. So that is also required to be done. Then next step is save this drawing file by giving the name that my drawing template. So that is the important step. So dear friends, by using these 11 steps, you can save your settings in a drawing file and you can give the name that is my drawing template. So once this drawing template is saved, you have to again remember that this drawing template shall be saved on D drive, where you have created your folder. By that is AutoCAD building drawing folder was there on the D drive. Into that you have to save this building drawing template file. Now once this file was ready, then suppose this file was ready, you can just put it also on your Google Drive, so that in any office you go, you can also download your template from the Google Drive and you can use it on your computer. So when you came across with the new project, new building project for any new client, so for that purpose, you have to open this building drawing template, and by using the save as command, you have to save that file with the name of client. So you can just save that file as the client name and date, and that way your drawing will start, or your project drawing will start for a new client, where you will get all these settings already done. So your aim is to only just start creating a building plan, elevation, section, site plan, and few other things that we require. And that way it is very easy for us to save our time. So this is very important steps. So these 13 steps, I request all of you to take the screenshot of this screen. So these are the 13 steps you have to take. So that screenshot, once you have taken, you can type P in the proceed chat box, so that I will get understood that you have taken the screenshot of this, and then I will just proceed for the next steps. So just take the screenshot of this and then type P in the proceed for in the chat box, so that I will came to know that all of you have saved these 13 steps, and you will use these steps while practicing and creating your own drawing template. Dear friends, this is actually one of the secret that in many institutes, these are not taught to the students. And then every time when we create a new drawing, then we have to take the efforts to make the settings, and many times the settings get deferred, and then there is a problem, and we require to make some edits in different ways. So to avoid all that, we can create our building drawing template. Now here we will just go for creating our we will make this setting in our building drawing. So I will just close my presentation here. And I will share my screen here. You can just see that. So I will just open the folder where the yesterday's template was saved. So you can just see this is my folder and this is now visible to all of you. So what I have done in the D drive, I have opened my AutoCAD building drawing folder. Now in that folder, yesterday I have created my building drawing template. So I will open this now in AutoCAD. So I will right click on this and I will click on the open so that this file will get open, and then the remaining settings are there. So that we need to do in our drawing. So that we will complete first. So that will make your drawing template full-fledged complete. So we have to just click OK on for the metric dimension unit and our drawing will get loaded. Here you can just see that the most of the settings are already ready. Few settings are remaining. So that also we can do now today, and that will complete your template setting. So all these things yesterday we have seen that all these settings, they are already now done. So if you browse about your layers, so all the layers are available here. And then in the annotation panel, our font style Arial is also ready. Your dimension style is also ready. Then leader style is also ready. And then table style is also ready. Now, for some of the drawings, we require the dotted lines. So here in our template setting, you have to also load the various line types. So I will go to the line type here and I will click on the other button. So in the other button, I want to load the new line style, and that name is dash line. So that dash line also you have to load. So I will select this dash line, click on OK, and I will make it reload this line type. So this line type is now available here. Another line that we require, that is, we will go to the load and then we go for the center line. So this is line required to show the center of the object. So that also we can load it here. So by clicking OK, so it is available now. And for showing the section line, we require dash dot line. So that dash dot line is also available here. So that dash dot line also we can select from here and we can click on the OK, and that line is also available and we can click it OK. So by this way, in your drawing template, you have loaded the different line types. So for your drawing, you require to draw any dotted line. So then you can use this. So to easily use this, you can at present now set this line style here. So I will just draw one line here. That is the continuous line. So that line I will draw on a plan layer. So I have to select that line and place it on the ground floor plan layer. So now this is the line, continuous line. Now I will copy this line. So see, copy here, again here, and again here. So 4 lines I have copied. So this is my continuous line, which is, so all the lines, they shall be on a ground floor plan layer. So that you have to remember. And now presently also you have to make the ground floor plan layer as current layer. So this is the current layer and these are the lines. Now what I will do, I will go to second line and I will change the type as dash line. So this dash line I have created. But now you can see that the dashes are not appearing because you have to set the line type scale of that. So you just change the line type scale here. Try to give the value of 10. So here you can see that now the dashed are now available. So you can set this as 20 also. So here now the dash line is appearing properly. So that is one setting. Then you can convert this line to dash dot line. So this dash dot line also we have changed, but it is not appearing properly. So in the property dialog box, we have to change the line type scale to 10 and see that it is appearing properly or not. You can also make it 10 or 20, but 20 is the preferred value for line type scale for dotted line and dash dot line. Then another line was there, which is our center line. So that is also we will click it here. And again, we have to change the line type scale for the center line as 20. And you can see that now all these lines are very clearly visible. So with this, these lines are available here. So because now when suppose I will draw here any some line drawing and all these things, and suppose I want to make this line dotted, so we can use the match property command. So I will just use match property command, select this line and apply to this. So in my drawing, any drawing type I can just easily change by using this match property command. And therefore, in our building drawing template, we have to load all these 4 types of line and they should be made available here on the side of the drawing, so that anytime you require to use the different lines, so you can quickly change the type of the line. So what is required? So that is the important step, to load the different line types in our building drawing template and setting their line type scale. So that will make easier to use any type of line in your building drawing when you require. So that is one of the important part. That step we have completed. Now there are another remaining steps are there. So you have to note down that in our building drawing, we have to make the polar tracking on. So that is the function button F10. Now in the polar tracking, you can just see that this is the blue button because this is on. You can see that, and you can right click here and you can go to the setting and then you can choose the angle of 30, 60, 90 and 120. So these are the frequently required angles. So you can just take any of them. So that is another step in the template you have to remember. So you can just save these settings. Then next that is required is here object snap tracking and object snapping. So object snap is the essential feature required in the building drawing and drafting. So here we can right click on this and we can set the various settings. So general settings are required, that is endpoint, midpoint and intersection. So these 3 lines, and perpendicular is also required in the building plan. So these 3 or 4 object snap features you can make it on from this dialog box and you can click it OK. So this mode is made on, that is F3. And to take the orthographic projection, vertical and horizontal projection from any point, we require to on the object snap tracking mode. So that can be done by pressing F11 function button. So function button F11 we can click and this mode is on. So you can see that these 3 modes should be always made on so that they are useful in our building drawing. So these are the common settings that I have said. In the building drawing, you can set all these things, and you require some text also to give for various names to this. So that also you can include in your template. So for that, we require the room names. So that you have to carry out, and we require the title of the drawing. So these 2 things we have to include in our template. So whenever you want to create a new drawing, so these will be the ready for all of us, so that it is easy for us to use the various types of text into that. So that's we will also include here in this building drawing template. So for that, I will go to the text, that is multi-line text command, and I will click here as one of the text, and then I will write down here the name. So I will just take default name, that is we can take it capital letters, living room. And here the height of that text that you have to remember, that you have to keep it as 300. So that is the, there you have to change the height and press enter. So that height will get increased. And then you can close that. So this is the name of the room, which is height is 300. You can check this in the text height. So here text height is shown 300, but you have to change the alignment, and that alignment is required, that is middle center. So in the property dialog box, you have to change the alignment of this text to middle center, so that there a middle grid point will appear to this, and this is the text required. But for the names in the room, for any lettering or text that we use in the building drawing, you have to remember that there shall be a underline to this. So this we have to make it underline. So I will use underline option, and the alignment is middle center. And now this is ready for giving the name to the various rooms. So that is the first setting required to be done in our template. Then we require many times the paragraph text. So that paragraph text also you can just keep it here ready, so that whenever you want to include any paragraph notes in your building drawing, so that can be done very easily. So for that purpose, I will again draw one of the rectangle, and then we have to set the text height as 300. So enter, and now I will just write down the text for that. So that will be the simple text that we use for our title of the drawing. So I will write down here in the capital letters, propose, and I will just tick mark it OK. So I will just get yes. So this is the paragraph text. So I will complete now this paragraph. So I will double click here and I will complete this title. So propose plan for residential building of, you can give any name, 3 at plot number, sheet number, survey number, Meghe, then Taluka, and Taluka and district is same, then you can just include. So in this way, the name of the owner, plot number, sheet number, survey number, Meghe, that is address, and then the district. So all these information need to be included in our title. So this title also you can make it ready in your drawing. So here for this, the justification or alignment should be top left. So that is okay here now. So top left is, this is the, in that one line, this is available. So that need to be done. Now in the drawing, we have to give the various names. So for that, we have to draw one leader dimension, so that you can just create one leader here. So I will go for the leader, and then you can just select a feature, or you can draw that leader, and then you can show that. So here we will make the leader command, then I will click it here, then I will click it here, and then I will click it, and here I will type the details. So I want to write down here brick masonry in CM1 as to 6. So this type of different names we have to write down. So for that purpose, this is the leader dimension. You can just arrange this. So you can change this location of the text little bit longer. And this type of leader, you can see that because we have used the setting for the leader, so there is automatically a proper arrow and then a standing line, and then the automatic text was attached to this. So this part this is called as the leader, means the line, arrow line and the text. So this combined part is used as leader to show the various names in our building drawing. So that is also we have to keep it ready so that whenever the many names to be given in the section and elevation or somewhere, so you can just make it copy and type down all these things. So generally this arrow you can shift it and you can keep it at the different location so that we can edit later on. But these leaders are required in the drawing. This text is required, which is paragraph text, and then this text is required. This is the center, middle center align text. So this is required for the room names and the title of the plan and all these things. So all these text we need to be included in your template. You can just remember to save this drawing after every 5 minutes so that whatever the changes you have made, that will be get automatically saved. So dear friends, in this way, you can make your template complete. So there can be additional things that you can add. In yesterday's lecture, we have seen that we have added some of the blocks. So if you require some more blocks, so that also 3 types of door, 3 types of window, and 2 types of ventilator, that also you can make it available ready in the form of block in your template. So all these things you can keep it ready so that whenever now you want to start a new drawing for any client, so all these settings you will get it ready and you can just save as that file with another name and you can start preparing your drawing. So in this way, these template settings are very much important. Additionally, so another tip I want to just give you so that you can try. So you can also add the schedule of opening into this, because for any building you will also need to require the schedule of opening. So that table also you can draw it here, because all the table settings are also available with us. So you can go on adding the table. You can go on, so that table style one already we have created with the systematic setting. You can give the number of columns as 5 or 6, that whatever you require, and then number of rows you can give 5 or 6, and you can make it okay, and then you can click it here. So and click outside. So this is the table you are inserted. And now you can use that arrow and you can expand it little bit below. So this is our table that is ready. You can create here. So remember, you have to see that the length of this type of table, that you have to take it here. So I will just use the dimension for this table as 20,000. So you have to see that the length of this line is 20,000. So I have drawn this line of 20,000. So we just take the 20 centimeter table in our building drawing. So you can drag now here up to this. So in this way, this is our table here now. You can make the most of the required things here. So I will just type schedule of openings. Then I can give here as serial number, then particular, then symbol, size, description. In this way, you can set all this. So now you want to set the size of this column. So you can drag this just to the small. So that is the serial number. And then you can drag this column to the size. Again, you can match it to 20. So that is also possible. And for other things, that whatever you require, that also you can add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can just select them and you can make their alignment that is middle center or top center. So that we require middle center. Yes, so that you can do it here. So main door, room door, toilet door, window 1, window 2, ventilator 1. So all this text you can set, but remember you have to see that by selecting this, you have to make the alignment as middle center. Then symbol you can use for all this. So this will be capital D1, then D2, then D3, then W1, then W2, and then V1. So all these are the common things are required. So sizes are also known to us. So we can adjust the size of this column again by just reducing this. So this is also done. In the size also you can type, and you can also type the uh, description also. So all these things are required to be done. So this will make your uh, table complete as required. So in this way, 20 centimeter length of the table and the height will be automatically taken. So you can adjust the height of this uh, table, and you can arrange the row height also, all these things. So that will be as per standard. And this table is already available in your template. So when you create a new drawing, so you don't have to take all these efforts. So this will be already ready. So this is one of the important tip, that you can add the schedule of opening table in your template. And similarly, you can also add your title block. So you can just create your title block here, where you can have the drawing name, date, sheet number, and sign by, and you can write down your firm name as an engineer, your name, or name of the owner, or signature, or other things. So that you can also add the title block here into this template. So all these are the common things required every time in our template. So we will just create this type of template for our drawing, and then you can close this. So I hope that you have cleared with this how these settings are required to be done in the building drawing template. So I want just to know from your side, so is there any doubt you want to ask about these settings, whatever now we have done? And if there are no doubts, so you can type no into that, so that I will get to know that there is no question from your side, and then we will proceed for the next learning. So quickly type no or yes in the chat box, or if you are having any question, you can type your question in the chat box, so that I will address to that question, and then we will proceed for the further learning. So I think that there are no questions. So you can just type your feedback in the chat box. Meanwhile, I will complete this schedule of opening, and then we will stop for the today's session. So from tomorrow, we will use this template to create a new building drawing, and then accordingly, then we will proceed with the our building drawing schedule. So whatever the building drawing we have to create, so that we will start with this. So just type thank you, goodbye, see you, and then we will stop for the today's session. So all these are the sizes that I am just creating here into this. So I have created this law opening. So this is ready for you now. And with this type of template is having all the settings you require for your building drawing. So every time you don't need have to do the sum of the settings. So all they are available and you can just use this template. So that's all, dear friends, for the today's session. Thank you once again for the joining this today's class. See you that you are practicing at your home or at your college, where you will find the time to practice all these things, so that in the further upcoming learnings you will be able to use all these features while creating the building drawing in AutoCAD. So I will just stop sharing my screen, and then we will meet again tomorrow at 8:30. Thank you once again.